today we're talking about how to design business models, how to come up with innovative business models, and finally how to test business models. I want to get people to think about their business models in a structured way, so sketch out their business model on the business model canvas. And I think the most important thing is to try to get people to think in terms of business model prototypes, create various alternatives for the same starting point, same technology or same product, because you can have several business models for one product or one technology. The business model canvas is applicable to every country. I mean, every organization has a business model, and actually it's for large organizations, for startups, for governments, even not-for-profit organizations or social ventures, because at the end of the day, every organization spends money, earns money, and has to earn more money than they spend or have more money coming in than they spend, and you want to figure out how you're actually doing that. Oh, it was excellent to see. They're all obviously at slightly different stages. Some have very powerful business models looking at very interesting stuff. Some are at very early stage, and you can see that they're struggling with a couple of questions, but it's very great to see all these enthusiastic entrepreneurs thinking through of what would be the best business model that will bring them to success. I think there was a big lack of how to actually describe, discuss, challenge, and ultimately invent business models throughout the world. And what's similar everywhere is that it's a word we use all the time. We always talk about business models, but we don't have a shared language. We don't always know what we're talking about, so there's a lot of blah, blah, blah going on. And now this is an approach that gives you some structure, and people from around the world across sectors and types of organizations are jumping on it because it seems to be filling a gap. People want to be clear with business models, they want to be able to describe them, and they're really trying to figure out, well, what business models will help them go forward towards success without just focusing on products and segments, because the business model is the new entity of competition. It's not just the product anymore. I think the most crucial element is to never see a business model as being at the end stage, of being the final and the perfect business model, because it will always evolve. It will evolve while you're designing it, while you're testing it. It will evolve once you're successful, right? Sometimes successful companies can fall from very high because they failed to reinvent their business model. So I think the ultimate thing is to always be able and willing to reinvent your business model along its success curve.